Continuing in the Gerald Shea Memorandum series, where we're going to touch on two areas that were uh, that the Israeli art students had monitored, and it's the United States Environmental Protection Agency and Tinker Air Force Base. Tinker Air Force Base is a little bit interesting. It's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be a short one, but let's get right to it. Now, Tinker Air Force Base has. We'll see when I get up there. I was reading it before. So on March 1st of 2001, a female went to the residence of an EPA special agent. She stated she was showing art painted by international students, which will be for sale soon at an art gallery opening soon, which is between late March or April of 2001 at a Cherry Creek location in Denver, Colorado. The EPA agent told the female that he was not interested in purchasing any artwork, and she responded she was not selling the paintings, trying to generate interest so people could visit the art gallery when it opened. She stood at the agent's doorway and showed the agent, his wife, and daughter approximately 10 paintings. The agent asked the female if the gallery would be opening at the Cherry Creek Mall. Female stated she did not think so, but that it would be at a location near the mall. Female was described as 5'4", black hair, dark eyes, wore glasses, and a long black wool coat. She appeared to be in her mid-20s, spoke excellent English with a slight foreign accent. On March 16th of 2001, the EPA agent was informed by EPA Office of the Inspector General that a security alert where Israeli art students are purportedly going to the residences of federal law enforcement agents around the country under the ruse of selling art. On the same date, the EPA agent contacted art galleries, the Cherry Creek Chamber of Commerce, and Cherry Creek North Incorporated to determine if a new art gallery was going to open in the Cherry Creek area. All responded negatively. They said they never heard of a group of international students trying to open a gallery. On March 16th, 17th, and 18th of 2001, the EPA agent spoke with several of his neighbors and determined the following information. Female described in the above incident, and a male, dark skinned, mid-20s, contacted neighbors' houses within 2 blocks around the agent's residence. Both of them identified themselves as Israeli art students. No other houses in the neighborhood or in neighborhoods next to the agents were contacted. March 17, 2001, EPA agent spoke with his uncle, who was at the agent's residence in the afternoon of March 1st, 2001. The agent's uncle stated that he was talking to a construction worker next door to the agent's residence when a female with long black hair and olive skin, mid-20s, drove up to the agent's residence and took pictures of his house. The female only took pictures of the agent's residence and then left the area in a late model sedan, silver in color. She left quickly and no license plate information was obtained. Neighbor of the EPA agent was visited by the male and female and bought paintings. Check to the male was made out to Odid Weisslifer. Check to the female was made out to Guy Kadem. And then when you Google Guy Kadem, right? Guy Kadem. Well, that's a guy. That doesn't work, right? Is there another Guy Kadem? Not much, huh? Not much going on. Maybe no record here in the States of the record. The female left the business card stating EAG Guy Kadem, European Art Group, oil paintings, phone number, blah, blah, fax number. And that's what she left as an item. Santa Ana FPS reported to while at the Starbucks drinking coffee after business hours last week. One of them overheard 2 Middle Easterns sitting outside in Arabic, making reference to our building and apparently making diagrams of our building and discussing explosives. Local police were notified. Now, what does this mean? Why would the Israeli art students go to this one specific resident of the EPA agent? Now, Environmental Protection Agency, here it's pretty simple, right? It has to do with chemical weapons, biological weapons, a dirty bomb, something of this nature. But something told these two Israeli art students to go to this specific resident of this specific agent. Now, where did they get that information from? That's the question. And speculation abound. I mean, why would they go to the Environmental Protection Agency? It's not to collect anything other than either sensitive information about the building's layout, but what for, or if they want to conduct a terrorist attack inside the country in that specific area regarding chemical or biological weapons. I don't know. Or maybe these were just Israeli art students who had no knowledge of what they were doing regarding a covert operation, that they were not wittingly part of this operation, that they really thought it was going to be art. I don't, we don't know. We don't know. That's why we can't use speculation as a form of evidence. We could form a hypothesis and run it through the scientific method, but that's about it, right? Now, here's the interesting one. Tinker Air Force Base. On April 30th, 2001, an Air Force alert was issued from Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma City concerning a possible intelligence collection effort being conducted by Israeli art students. On May 16, 2001, U.S. Air Force Office of Special Investigations and the Tinker Air Force Base and the Midwest City Police Department requested assistance from INS Oklahoma City to a location in Midwest City, Oklahoma. It was indicated that 4 individuals from Israel have been encountered by the Midwest City Police Department attempting to sell art in the Midwest City area on May 17th. 4 Israeli art students were reported in the Midwest City, Oklahoma area. They stated they were there to present and promote Israeli art. Midwest City Police Department located and detained the 4 individuals, all whom were in violation of the visas. You'll notice, as I said in previous videos, every single one of the Israeli art students overstayed their visas. And this is a smart move. And I'm going to tell you why it's a smart move, especially when you have a large contingent of operatives inside the country. In that, the first crime that they committed initially, even if they murdered somebody, was that they violated their immigration status. So if they're a tourist visa, they can't sell because that's a different application. They can't work. Then you have a student visa, which is much different than a tourist visa. And there are levels to these visas as well. So what happens is these people get detained by the police department, and instead of undergoing a interrogation or interview, they're handed off to INS, because when they find out that they overstayed the visa, they immediately go to Immigration Naturalization Service office. And what happens? Well, they're deported. Even if they committed a white-collar crime, a blue-collar crime, doesn't matter. They're deported. Unless there is no deportation agreement between the 2 countries, and it's different. Their vehicle was obtained also. The 4 were identified as Yaron Ohana, Ronan Kalfan, Zeev Cohen, and Nora Topaz. Now, I ran these names. So Yaron Ohana, interesting, Haifa in Israel, okay? Here he is, Yaron Ohana. 24 years in quality management systems in accordance with ISO. And this guy has a lengthy work background, and he deals with remote electronics, remote assistance. That could lead open to many possibilities. But this guy's background. Ronan Kalfan. I ran his name, and this is what I found. This is an article from the Times of Israel, and it was dated June of 2022. So this is recent. Now, Chief Superintendent Ronan Kalfan, commander of the police anti-smuggling Megan unit, which is the domestic intelligence service Shin Bet. 7 Monday's incident was so actually this guy's in the Shin Bet. He's the chief superintendent of the anti-smuggling Shin Bet unit called the Megan. He's the commander. It's the same guy. And then I looked up Zeev Cohen. Head of quality assurance leadership. This guy had a quality and SAC management, right? He deals with 3D content, uh, operating interactive real-time 3D content. Basically, a good work history, long time, right? So that's what I found in these three people. It's interesting. Remote assistance. That's interesting. One's a chief superintendent of the Shin Bet now. Yeah. All four were charged with violating the status of their visas, to wit, selling art, and were booked into the Oklahoma City jail by INS. All four requested voluntary departure. Of course they would. Bond was initially set at $25,000 for each. Wow. All four had in their possession pre-purchase return to airport at Bangkok, Thailand. FBI Oklahoma City requested that the students be held for a debrief interview. Of course, the FBI basically, even in New York and New Jersey, didn't want the release of the dancing Israelis right away. And even though they were held for 71 days, there was pressure by, of course, New York Congress, two unnamed senators. I speculated one of them was Chuck Schumer. And then you had a mediator, the scumbag lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, who acted as mediator for the release of the dancing Israelis. And so here you have the FBI basically saying, "Hey, we want to talk to these guys." So obviously, the the art theme is wrong, and that's fake. We want to know what they're doing here. We think it's an intelligence collection operation. What are they doing? Who do they visit? What intelligence they collect? Give it to us. And while booking, personal check was found secreted between the buttocks of Ronan Calvin. Oh. Additionally, in the personal effects of Nora Topaz, a number of uncashed checks were obtained and several post dated to future dates. I couldn't find anything on Nora Topaz, nothing. Interesting group right here. What could they be doing in Oklahoma City? By the way, who else is Oklahoma City? Or who was? Muhammad Atta, Mohammed Al-Shade, and also the alleged 20th hijacker, Zacharias Musawi. A lot going on in Oklahoma City. All right. Look, I just wanted to make a short video. Hey, we've still got a couple more things to go. We're nearing the end. And I think maybe one or two more videos will be left before the series is finished. And okay, everybody, have a great day. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.